You know that feeling. Someone asks, "Hey, how are you?" And you say, "I'm fine," without even thinking. But inside you're anything but fine. You're scattered. You're tired. You're running on fumes and fake smiles, and you can't actually explain why. That moment when you're completely okay on the surface but absolutely not okay underneath, that's what we're talking about today. Here's the thing that nobody tells you. That feeling has a name. It's called emotional disassociation, and it's way more common than you think, especially if you're a college student living in constant stress mode. Your body has literally learned to function on autopilot, while your actual emotions are somewhere else. Maybe locked in a closet, maybe just floating around in space. No cap, this is actually a survival mechanism your nervous system is using to protect you. Think about what your life actually looks like right now. You've got classes, assignments, social pressure, family expectations, financial stress, existential dread about the future. And also somehow you're supposed to maintain a social life and eat vegetables and sleep 8 hours. Your brain looked at that list and was like, "Okay, bestie, we're gonna compartmentalize." So it does. It builds a wall between what you're feeling and what you're showing the world. You walk into class looking fine. You text your friends back looking fine. You eat lunch looking fine. But the real you, the one who's actually struggling, that person is just watching from behind glass. And here's the really messed up part. You might not even realize it's happening. Psychologist Bessel Kolk has done incredible research on how trauma and chronic stress literally change the way your nervous system processes information. When you're in survival mode too long, your body stops sending distress signals to your conscious brain. It's like your emotional alarm system just turns off because it's been ringing constantly for so long that it's short-circuited. So you're walking around thinking you're fine because you can't actually feel how not fine you are. It's giving broken thermostat energy. The worst part? You feel guilty about it. Because logically you know you're not okay. But you also can't access the emotions that would prove it. So you're stuck in this weird limbo where you're simultaneously aware and completely numb. You cry for no reason one day and feel nothing the next. You snap at someone over something tiny and then feel like a monster. But also you can't feel bad about it properly. You're watching your own life happen like you're in the audience instead of on stage. It's exhausting and confusing and honestly kind of terrifying if you think about it too long. But here's the actual tea. This is not a personal failure. This is not you being broken or weak or dramatic. This is literally what happens when your nervous system gets overwhelmed. Your brain is trying to help you. It's like when your phone goes into low power mode and shuts down all the background apps so you can keep functioning. Except you're the phone. And you've been on low power mode for like 3 semesters straight. So what actually fixes this? First, you've got to recognize it's happening. That's the hardest part because it feels like nothing is happening. You're fine. Everything is fine. But fine is starting to feel like a lie you tell yourself in the mirror every morning. Start paying attention to the gap between what you say and what you feel. Notice when you're saying "I'm okay," but your body is tense, or you're scrolling mindlessly at 2 a.m., or you've forgotten how to enjoy things you used to love. That gap is the signal. That's your body trying to tell you something is off. Second, you need to actually feel your feelings, which sounds simple but is actually impossible when you're numb. Try this. Find a safe space, your room, your car, literally anywhere you won't get interrupted. And give yourself permission to just feel whatever comes up. Don't try to fix it or understand it or make it make sense. Just let it exist. Cry, scream into a pillow, write angry journal entries, move your body. Do whatever your nervous system needs to do. Researcher James Pennebaker has shown that just the act of acknowledging and expressing what you're feeling can literally reset your nervous system. Your body needs to know that it's safe to feel again. Third, build actual rest into your life. Not the kind of rest where you're still thinking about assignments. Real rest. Time where you're not optimizing or achieving or performing. Time where you're just existing. I know that sounds impossible when you're in college and everything feels urgent. But your brain cannot stay in crisis mode forever. It will break. And it's already giving you warnings. Listen to them. And here's the plot twist. Being fine but not fine is actually the moment right before you get better. It's the moment where your body is saying, "Hey, we need to make a change." It's uncomfortable, but it's honest. It's your nervous system finally being like, "Okay, I'm gonna stop pretending this is working." So when you feel that gap between fine and not fine, that's not a sign you're falling apart. That's actually a sign you're starting to wake up. You're not broken. You're not failing. You're just human, running on a system that wasn't designed to handle this much constant stress. And the fact that you can feel that gap, even if you can't name it yet, means you're already on your way to actually being fine instead of just saying it. So next time someone asks how you are, maybe you don't have to say fine. Maybe you can say honestly, I'm figuring it out. And that's infinitely more real.